seen it. I didn't know more WWE superstars were in it other than Hornswoggle. Is anybody else in it? Oh, for real? I mean, Sheamus would be great in that. I need to check it out. I really need to check it out.
With the purple ears. Does anybody know? Hold on, I'm sorry. Does anybody know when the panel ends? Is it 3:30
It's
or
at 4 o'clock.
Okay, because we got screwed up last time we had a panel in here. We thought it was 1 hour and a half, but actually it was 1 hour. We didn't have time to show it.
That's a shame. Well, do you need to show us?
No, we did. We started it.
Purple ears. WTF. What do you want?
When is your and Merrick's anniversary, and what are your plans?
It is our anniversary. Funny you should ask. The episode in which we first meet in the original video is episode 69. So that is both our anniversary and how we're going to celebrate. They first bump into each other.
They bump into each other again.
It's funny that scene in Mary's like riding a motorcycle, almost. Of course, like I want to just run in front of you like this, and Mary's like, "Wow, that's really annoying."
Love at first sight.
Yeah. So if you want to fall in love with an attractive British Japanese villain, just run out in traffic, I guess. Yeah, that's the answer to the question. That's how we do it. No. In England, we have a phrase called "No sex, please, we're British."
No, we don't.
You want to pick something?
I believe none. Black hat, white text.
Anyone of you can chime in on this question. For your bridge series, is there any one particular character or cameo that's like easier or your favorite to write for?
In Pokemon Bridge, I'm the only one who can write for Ash anymore. I customized the character so much that over the years it went from us all deciding on what the Ash would say to they would write it and I would turn it into something Ash would actually say.
Basically, you write a scene where like, okay, your Ash's lines now make them stupid.
They wrote a really long monologue for him, like a Tarantino-esque monologue. And Mike was like, no, it should just be bang.
Behind the scenes snippet.
I am talking. The monologue.
It's always very fun to play around with Brock because just
It's supposed to be Brock in episode 69.
Brock is open.
I need to find out what I need to find out what episode 69 of Pokemon is.
Let's see what happens. You look it up, I'll tell you. Yeah, because Brock, I don't want to say too much about the future of Pokemon Bridge, but Brock goes through a really big character arc where he like really changes as a person, and then maybe goes back to the way he is. But at least he goes through changes. And it's just really cool because right now in the series he's kind of getting some backlash from the crazy Misty thing, and he's being called Lazy Brock, and he's not taking it well because he has a very fragile ego.
It's hard for us to realize, like, we just started the Lazy Brock like an episode ago.
Right, but we've
So
been
most
playing it
people
forever,
haven't
so.
seen
Oh,
Oh, it's the Humonga Dunga episode.
What was the bloody question?
Oh,
Who does your favorite character to write for?
Yes.
Okay. I want to say Marek, just because it, like Mike said, some characters are easier to write for when, like, just because you know them better than other people do or something. And I know I write solo, but he just feels more comfortable for me. Like I don't know, I can just start thinking like him, which is kind of scary. In general, I really like writing for Tyler, just because he can be a giant asshole, and it's fun to be an asshole sometimes. As long as you're being an asshole to pretend people, not to real people. He did say that one time.
My hair is curly.
Yeah. yeah, but those are my favorite characters. Did you pick that one? You did. Okay, I'm gonna pick somebody out of Canada.
Okay. I was wondering, I know when you kind of supposed to be from, don't remember, but I talked to you about like maybe having Kaiba that gives most of life advice, like maybe talking about like
The birds and the bees. Pokemon, people have sex, don't do it. Did you want to film?
yeah, that would be cool.
Okay. Are you filming now?
Yes.
Okay.
Big brother,
What?
where do babies come from?
The baby store. I pull out all of them, you can't have any. They all work for me now. There are countries where they live where they don't enforce laws about child labor, so I have a lot of factories producing trading cards.
That's weird.
There you go. What did I say the first time you left?
I actually think I mentioned, on Tumblr there's a person that pretends to be Kaiba, and I asked them a question, and they like drew a little comic strip on it.
Oh, I thought you were like Kaiba drew the picture of babies made.
What is this?
Putting this on the fridge. And the blue eyes and the blue eyes. And then the blue eyes. Episode 69. Ruining the episode 69 time. Did you want to pick somebody, Jess? Do we have time? I'd say in like 15 minutes we'll show the video. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you just jump.
I got a question for the Kuriboh.
Hey.
So, my friend is a big fan of his Hysteria, and he especially loved the way you did the Pope. So I was wondering, how exactly did you decide on the Pope's voice?
Funny story, actually. I was cast by the studio who were dubbing Hysteria, and they brought me in, and they told me, they didn't even tell me I was the Pope. They told me that I was like the village elder. They gave me like a vague description of him, and I learned when the game came out that I was actually playing the Pope, so that was a nice surprise. But they asked me to record the lines as like an older man, not like an old man. And so I just sort of did something like this, sort of like Frieza. And they were like, great, do that, keep doing that, you're doing perfect. And I was like, okay, and so I did the next line, and they were like, this is great, you're doing great. And then I turned to them and I'm like, in my head I realized, oh, I should probably ask if they want a British accent. So I turned and I'm like, so you're okay with the British accent, right? And they were like, no, don't do a British accent. I was like, that's what I've been doing. so I recorded the next line, they were like, you're doing it too British. And I'm like, this is exactly what I was doing all the time. So it became really frustrating because it would be like too British, too American, you have to be more mid-Atlantic with it. It was stressful for me. I was like sweating and nervous because it was a big deal to me to be in the Tales of Hysteria game. So we ended up breaking, stopping recording for a break about 40 minutes into it. And I went and I was like, oh god, they're just going to recast me because this isn't working. And apparently they called the studio, the people, the producers of the game, and they asked if it was okay to make the character British, and they said yes. So they came out and they told me, and they're like, we want British, and I was like, I can do that. So we went back and re-recorded a lot of the lines that didn't sound as British as full-on British. So a lot of people say it sounds like the caller against the Pope.
You said it was Frieza, I was just imagining you just voicing Pope Benedict.
Pope Palpatine.
Everything's going according to plan.
Do it.
I don't know many people who can accidentally become the Pope.
I didn't know I was up for the job, but I was. Yeah, it was a frustrating session, but it was ultimately cool because I'm the bloody Pope. You think that guy? Okay.